honestly thought I would come on here right now with my partner being like, it was just a TV show and it was all fabricated and we're happy as Larry. But the truth of the matter is I decided to show up for my partner and hold up my end of the bargain of being in a partnership and being a teammate, and I flew across the world to support and be there and hold that person in whatever they would be experiencing, leaving such a wild experience. And instead I was dumped at the after party with Chris in the next room, which is crazy to say out loud. It's truly crazy. Like, there's a lot of processing that needs to happen, which maybe I should be doing before getting online. But honestly, I've been quiet on here for 2 weeks and I felt like I've sat in this. And I think now I'm at the point of, I guess, some level of clarity that I and I guess we, people viewing, weren't crazy to what they were seeing. And that a lot of the things that were depicted were rooted in truth. And I have become collateral in that truth.
Yo, this story is blowing up the internet right now. JoJo Siwa and her partner Kath done, split. And Kath, she's not holding back at all. She's spilling every drop of tea like the kettle just exploded. The drama from JoJo's time on Celebrity Big Brother UK just got way messier, cause Kath finally broke her silence and came through with the truth. If you've been out of the loop, here's the deal. JoJo joined the new season of Celebrity Big Brother UK, and at first, people were actually vibing with her. She got tossed into a tough situation and viewers were kinda rooting for her at first, but that didn't last long. It didn't take much before fans started giving her the side eye over how extra close she was getting with another housemate. And not just any housemate, we're talking about Chris Hughes. Yeah, that Chris, the UK reality TV guy from Love Island who's already had his fair share of wild headlines. But somehow, JoJo and Chris linked up real quick inside that house. And when I say quick, I mean locked in, always hanging out, cuddled up, forehead kisses and all. It got so intense that people online were straight up asking, wait, isn't JoJo in a relationship outside the house? Fans were confused, shocked, and straight up calling it out. Like, how do you go from a full-on relationship to cozying up like that on live TV? The internet went wild, and now that Kath is finally speaking up, it's a whole new level of messy.
I will take accountability for the fact that the internet, oddly enough, did warn me, and I had my own instincts, but I chose to believe in what I thought was, I don't know, the kindness and the connection I experienced on my own level, like in my own life. And I wanted to honor that and believe that because it felt so true, so true. I guess, like, in an odd way, like, I don't know if you can, I haven't processed it enough to, if you want to call it love bombing or whatever, but it seems to me I have experienced a version of that, being told that I'm the love of someone's life, being asked to marry them before this social experiment, being adored throughout behind closed doors, being hurt by what I saw but wanting to work through it and have a conversation and get clarity and, you know.
So get this, JoJo was being super affectionate with Chris on the show, and the way they joked around, way too flirty for people to ignore. Fans online didn't hold back. They started calling it emotional cheating at the very least, and some even said it was straight up disrespectful to her partner back home. Like, come on, cuddles, private convos, and those looks? That's not just being friendly.
I was told that there are confused feelings there, do with that what you will, and that they had realized in the house that I wasn't the person that they wanted to spend the foreseeable future with, which has honestly been, as you can probably tell by my demeanor, so shocking that I feel kind of subhuman right now. Yeah, and I feel incredibly humiliated and I feel a bit embarrassed. I feel like the internet might have warned me a little bit, and I guess didn't listen, but I also just followed my heart, and I love really big and I love really intensely, and I believed promises and I believed gestures and words and acts of intense intimacy.
And it didn't stop there. JoJo actually started having deep convos in the house, wondering out loud if she should even be in a relationship. On live TV, yeah, she really said that. Viewers were floored. Like, how could she be questioning her relationship when the cameras are literally rolling 24/7? That's the thing about Big Brother. Those live feeds catch everything. Fans don't miss a beat. They've been watching, clipping scenes, and calling out JoJo for acting like nobody, especially her own partner, is watching. But the whole world is watching, and so is Kath. And people just couldn't believe JoJo was acting like her real life didn't exist outside the house.
And I feel pretty spent. I feel extra spent to instead of be met with like love and I guess like I thought my effort to fly 24 hours would be considered, but instead there was a lot of anger around things like the letter and not wanting to be on TV and stuff like that, which is fine. Everyone, you know, wants what they want from their relationships, but I thought I was doing the right thing by coming over here and by showing up and by trying to be the bigger person in a situation that has been so incredibly hard and so incredibly intense and so incredibly destabilizing, and again I keep saying the word humiliating. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah.
Now, to be fair, JoJo's been going through something deep in there. It's like the show gave her a wake-up call or something. She's been reflecting hard on who she is, what she wants, and how she really feels. She even opened up and said she's realizing she might not be strictly lesbian, and instead identifies as queer. That's a big personal moment. But meanwhile, back at home, Kath was trying to hold it together, still believing their relationship was solid, trusting that JoJo was staying loyal. And now, it's clear she had no idea what was going down behind those Big Brother walls. Some people were hoping maybe JoJo was just playing it up with Chris for the cameras, trying to boost ratings or stir up buzz. But nope, turns out things were way more real than anyone expected. Kath recently opened up in a raw and emotional TikTok, and what she revealed, it's heartbreaking. She shared that before JoJo left for Big Brother, she had pre-recorded sweet daily video messages for Kath, one for every single day she'd be gone. So while JoJo was on national TV getting cozy with Chris, Kath was back home receiving all these loving videos, thinking everything between them was still good, still strong, still real.
But yeah, everything we saw transpire, the emotional cheating, the overcrossing of boundaries, and the questioning of our relationship on national TV was not fabricated. And it took that person less than an hour to follow through with. Yeah. In terms of Mr. Christopher, I don't know, I have opinions, I'm not going to say them now. In terms of their relationship, that's their journey, enjoy, but yeah.
But here's where it gets really messed up. Kath made the massive trip from Australia all the way to the UK. That's nearly 24 hours on a plane. Jet-lagged, emotional, hopeful. They were expecting to reconnect with JoJo. Instead, they got dumped. Not after a long talk. Not after a day to settle in. Nope. JoJo ended it less than an hour after they reunited. Through all that distance, all that hope, all those messages, she dropped the breakup bomb like it was nothing. Kath didn't stay quiet about it either. In her video, she admitted that people online did try to warn her. Fans had been commenting, sending her clips, saying something felt off, but Kath chose to trust JoJo. She believed in the person she knew, not the version showing up on TV. What makes it sting even more? Kath revealed that before all this, JoJo was talking about marriage. Yeah, marriage. She said JoJo had mentioned wanting to spend forever with her. And now, it's like all of that got erased the second those Big Brother cameras started rolling. This wasn't just a breakup, this was a total blindside. At the end of it all, Kath just felt straight up humiliated by how everything went down. Imagine standing by someone, trusting them on national TV, only to be hit with a breakup right after flying across the world. The public embarrassment, the private pain, it was too much. Kath didn't just lose a partner, they were left feeling completely played. Now, here's where things get even more awkward. While JoJo was still in the Big Brother house, she got a letter from home, written by her mom, and included in that letter, a short note from Kath, just a quick message saying, "Kath's keen to see you when you get out." That was it. Simple. straight to the point. But JoJo didn't take it well. Not even a little. She went into the confessional and straight up said she was disappointed. She expected warmth, love, maybe even something romantic. But instead, there was no "I love you," no "I miss you," nothing heartfelt, just a dry sentence that left her feeling off. JoJo literally said, "Where was the "I love you?" And you could tell it hit her hard. She even said this was definitely going to be a conversation when she got out of the house. Like, she knew this wasn't just some throwaway message. This was personal. And fans watching from home, they were reading everything between the lines. People started saying, "Oh yeah, Kath saw what's been happening. This is the start of the fallout." Folks believed Kath was pulling away, already shutting down emotionally after watching JoJo get close to Chris night after night on those live feeds. Even the other housemates started picking up on the tension. They were asking out loud, "I wonder how JoJo's partner is feeling watching all this?" Everyone in that house knew the vibes were off. The whole situation had shifted, and JoJo, she could feel it too. Something wasn't right, and the damage was already done. That short message from Kath, yeah, it spoke volumes. On TikTok, Kath later explained that when they finally saw JoJo again, face to face, JoJo was still caught up over that letter, still stuck on the fact that there was no "I love you," no emotional warmth, no soft words. Even after Kath flew all the way to the UK finale just to see her, JoJo was focused on that. And Kath, they were exhausted, mentally and emotionally drained. All that travel, all that heartbreak, and now dealing with JoJo still being upset about a letter instead of owning what had actually gone down. Kath said they felt pretty spent, and honestly, who could blame them? In the end, Kath made it clear what everyone saw on screen. That was real. Nothing was edited out to soften it. It happened. And when it came to Chris, Kath didn't really have much to say. That silence? Loud. Since the finale aired, JoJo's been real quiet. She posted on TikTok saying she wants to stay in the UK, but hasn't explained much more. Meanwhile, the internet is going off. Viewers aren't holding back. And Kath has been liking a few TikToks that tell us exactly where their head's at. One of the comments Kath liked said, "Not surprised by JoJo at all, this is exactly her track record." Another one read, "What JoJo did to you was so wrong, it was humiliating and unbelievably degrading. I don't even understand why people keep giving her a platform." And the comment that hit hardest? "Imagine watching your partner fall in love with someone else in real time." That one, Kath liked it too. So yeah, they broke up. And what we all saw between JoJo and Chris, it wasn't just harmless TV flirting. It was very real and very painful, especially for the person watching it all unfold from the other side of the screen. It's honestly hard to wrap your head around this whole thing. Like, imagine watching the person you love, someone you trusted, getting cozy with someone else on live TV, and then talking about maybe not even wanting to be in a relationship anymore. That's not just heartbreaking, it's brutal. This whole situation is a mess. There's no other way to put it. But one thing it really exposed, JoJo still seems to be figuring herself out. And look, that's not a bad thing. Self-discovery is part of growing up. But when your journey starts hurting the people who've been standing by your side, it's time to step back and reflect. Actions have consequences, especially when the whole world is watching. What hits hardest is thinking about how JoJo would have felt if the roles were flipped. If she had to sit at home and watch her partner cuddling up to someone else, getting close, giggling and whispering, and then hear them question whether they even want to stay in the relationship. That kind of thing sticks with you, cuts deep. Hopefully, JoJo takes some real time to think about all this, not just for the cameras, but for herself and for how she treats people moving forward. Right now, though, this is where things stand in the wild JoJo Siwa Big Brother saga. Hearts were broken, trust was shattered, and fans are still processing it all right alongside Kath. What do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. There's a lot to unpack here. Thanks for being here and sticking through this drama. Catch you in the next one. Stay real.